Give me your dumb conspiracy theory.
I'm telling you, the elites are pushing and forcing high fuel prices. Do you think that possibly their private investments that they're doing, keeping the fuel prices high, will make people jump ship to electric?
Well, we know private investment is one important investment we need to make to improve the economy's potential.
Today, my name is Shamik Konar. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Pilot Flying J. April 13th, we were informed by the Union Pacific that we were required to reduce shipments by 26%.
I want to know what you guys think about this. Basically, the Chief Executive Officer of Pilot and Flying J goes in front of the board and pretty much says that in April, the Union Pacific Railroad cut them and said that they have to cut their shipments of over 26%. And Pilot and Flying J is mega. They do over 20% of the fuel.
We account for approximately 20% of the country's highway, or as we call it, over-the-road diesel supply.
And over 30% of the DEF in America.
As well as 30% of the diesel exhaust fluid supply, also known as DEF.
So cutting their shipment 26% is going to raise fuel prices.
In subsequent conversations, we were asked to reduce them even further by 50% or face embargoes.
You know, why is this? Let's connect the dots real quick. And there's a man that you guys might know. His name is Warren Buffett.
If Bill Gates disappeared, Warren Buffett, the famous American investor, will dearly miss his best friend.
He had an opportunity to buy Union Pacific, and when he decided not to, and he bought BNSF for $44 billion, their stock went down. You know, now why is this important? Well, Warren Buffett actually owns a mega portion, if not all, coming soon, of Pilot and Flying J. And so, who owns Union Pacific? Well, it's publicly traded, and the top shareholder, if you look right here, is Vanguard and BlackRock. Well, let's look real quick. If you look up BlackRock's investments, they've been investing a lot in electric vehicles.
If you drive an electric car, this would not be affecting you, clearly.
My electric vehicle, I got it and drove it from Michigan to here this last weekend and went by every single gas station, and didn't matter how high it was. And so I'm looking forward to the opportunity for us to move to vehicles that aren't going to be dependent on the whims of the oil companies and the international markets. It's great political theater.
I mean, this is bigger than we know it.
We're not aware of any other company being instructed by the Union Pacific or any other railroad to reduce their shipments to the extent they're asking Pilot. However, 26 to 50% reduction in our allocations will have substantial consequences for the markets.
At the point where it's pushing people to go electric. And I don't know the involvement of this cabinet. I don't want to say anything, but I think they've said enough that they want to go more green. So is everybody in cahoots? But think about that. You know, it's bigger than just Ukraine and Russia and what's going on outside of America. The elites, they're pushing their narrative.
It's great political theater.